Morning, everybody. It's the 17th of February, Monday morning. We are Signal Centre, talking ball. Joe Neighbour, Steve O'Hare, Ian Coleman. Good morning, gents.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Everybody survived the storm?
Yes, just about.
No damage?
No, I was driving at 50 miles an hour all the way home from Manchester. That was
Right.
like horrible.
Yeah, I bet that was a long old journey. How long did it take you?
Actually, about 4.5 hours. It doesn't. I suppose if you go 70 and you go 50, it doesn't make an awful lot of difference. Just an extra half hour it was. So,
Okay.
weren't bad. But
Not
we
so
saw
bad.
the two sort of sides of Manchester. We saw that we went past Old Trafford and then we went to the athletics track at the Etihad.
Bit of a somber mood around the Etihad, was there?
Yeah, it was actually. It was a bit grey. It was like there wasn't many people out.
Threat of losing all their players and not getting any Champions League football for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's a bit scary, isn't it?
Indeed.
Mm.
I'm not going to cry too much for them.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so on Friday we had 3 losing trades on our talking ball trades.
I thought we were out about flat, weren't we?
Well, you were flat. You were down 1 tick
No.
on Euro US dollar. So although there were 3 losing trades, none of them were stopped out. So it wasn't a complete disaster. Minus 0.54 on minus 0.54 on sterling New Zealand dollar. Euro NOK was down 0.7 and you're down 0.03 on Euro US dollar. So nothing too scary. Overall, we're still in this bit of drawdown here, so we could do a nice little uptick to get that back and heading in the right direction. So, Ian, because of that, it's your trade.
Because mine wasn't the worst.
Yours was the least worst.
Right. Shit. I'm going for a bit of a curveball today. US holiday, isn't it? I like this. Cipher pattern. It's virtually perfect. It's Aussie New Zealand, which is not really a currency pair that I normally get involved in, but we've also got an impulsive move to the downside there. Pretty choppy corrective move higher. I looked at this on Friday, was tempted to get short, and then I've held out for this 61.8% fib. So if it gets down here, it will be a perfect, it's not a Gartley, it's a perfect bat formation. I should get on it really. Bat soup, which is, everybody loves a bit of bat soup in China. I doubt we'll get it today, but nice bit of R. 104.53. Let's put that at 35. And I reckon we can have a 17 tick stop on there. Oh, 17 tick stop. It's amazing. It's about 7R. So getting short 104.53, 104.70, which is actually 104.72 is a DMARC stop. But I'm going to be greedy. And then 103.35 for a target level. That's me.
Quite like that.
I've been hunting them down over the weekend.
They've looking a bit weaker this morning, aren't they, the Aussie pairs?
Yeah, it's New Zealand dollar, I think, that's going to be the driving force, though, because that looks virtually on every different cross currency. Can I just share again?
Yeah, go for it.
On virtually every single cross currency, it looks weak. I mean, if you look at sterling New Zealand, that's what you had on Friday. I think if it gets up to here, and I think that's just going to be sterling strength, then it's a big sell-off. And I've also been nicking your basket thingy-me-jiggies, which is where here. So if I go, this is your basket charts. So this is New Zealand dollar. And I believe there's support here and resistance not up until about here. So it could be monster, is what I'm thinking. So anyway.
That looks like someone doing the splits, that does.
Yeah, I got
some
really into these
fighter jet.
I think when you add these cipher patterns into other, you can't just use them on their own like everything else. But when you do add them into other analytical bits and bobs, I think they're very good.
If you're a fan of Fibonacci, then
which I am fanatical.
Definitely worth a look. If you've got any, I mean, you mentioned a book to me on that, didn't you, Ian? which I'll
Yeah, it's really good actually.
post out on the
It
group. Trade what you
is,
see. Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
trade what you see. Just looking up on my thing. Trade what you see. Buy. It's a bloke and a bird actually. Fuck,
Bloke
broke
and a
that.
bird.
What you done? Spilt your coffee.
Well,
No, that's
there's a
my shit award. Larry Passivento, and Leslie
Paso
Jofflas.
Doble.
Anyway, if you can see that.
Okay. Thanks. I'll post it up on the notes from the show. I have downloaded a copy of it, so if anyone wants it, they can get in touch, and I'll send it over. I'm going to take a look at Euro Oz. So again, looking for weakness in the Aussie currency. So this is the hour chart. Just zoom that into the 4. We've got the retracement back to a 78.6% fib level, and it seems to be holding for now. We've had a reasonably looking bullish candle form on the 4-hour chart. Obviously, that won't complete until 10 o'clock. But on the hourly chart, it seems to be doing a little bit as well, holding around here. So going to speculate on a move higher in the very short term on that, expecting this level to hold. So going to be buying that now at market, which is 61.25.
You're buying euro.
Yeah, buying euro against Oz. Going to target. So I'm going to put a stop below that low there. That one right there. So that's 42 ticks. And I'm going to target a corrective move higher. Let's have a look at the fibs. A 61.8 to 64.00.
Monster.
6.55R.
Arr.
I like that one.
Speculative, but
The
that's
only
the
trouble
name
I've
of the game.
looked at that, but you go out to higher time frames, and it
I still quite like it on the higher time frames.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you've
There's
got
a
head and
weekly.
shoulders there.
Weekly looks like it's in a bullish channel. I don't think there's much going on the daily that's of much interest.
Bit of indecision.
Bit of range trading maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, that high around about 66 a figure was a confluence area. So that actually made a perfect bearish Gartley on the daily chart.
Well, we shall see. It's only a day trade.
Yeah.
Okay, so long at 61.25. Stevie, what you got?
What have I got? Not a lot. Here we go. Right. I'm looking at silver and gold actually. We sort of like had a little bit of a stall in the concerns over the coronavirus, and so these safe haven assets have had a little bit of reversal over the weekend. They finished quite strongly on Friday. I'm still bullish of them over the longer term. Silver's obviously underperformed. It's posting a bearish bearish outside candle on the 4-hour chart. So that's negative. I was looking to sell into a rally around 1785, but it's already moved lower. So I'll get short of this.
Go for the continuation of that.
What?
You think you're going to continue lower, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry, threw me there. I thought you were looking at a bit different time frame. So I'm going to go short of 1775. Get that out there, and I'm going to have obviously a pretty tight stop at the high 1775, 1788 the stop. Obviously, I think it's been up to about 91, 92. That's the ideal stop, but I'm going to try and get some good reward out of this and look for 1750 on the downside. So, oh no, that's not good at all, is it? I have to do a lot tighter stop than that, Stevie boy. So I'm going to consider I might not get triggered on the intraday trade now. So I'm going to go for about a 5-tick stop. Getting short of 1775. I'm going to put a stop at 1780, which is ridiculously too close. Shouldn't trade like that. Do not copy this trade. I'll give you a 5-to-1 risk reward if it gets down to 1750. I just feel it's sort of we're going to have a bit of a retracement in the gold and silver today. Silver more than gold. Back down to the triangle, bottom of the triangle.
Lovely.
That's it.
Okay. Just looking at that silver, different take maybe. channel.
Yeah. I'll do, donkey.
That'll do. Okay, so news-wise, we've got no action from America today because they're taking another holiday, President's Day.
Oh, I bet it's the longest President's Day ever, isn't it? The best President's Day ever? Biggest?
Probably the greatest President's Day anyone's ever seen. He'll be on the golf course today, won't he?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So news-wise, last week we had Eurozone fourth quarter GDP. That was confirmed at 0.1%, which is pretty much in line with expectations. US retail sales were 0.3%, which was in line as well. We had the University of Michigan Consumer Confidence. That was at 100.9, which was up from 99.8 previously. Overnight, we had Japanese GDP, which declined 1.6% for the fourth quarter. So that was quite a significant drop. Obviously, concerns over coronavirus undermining the economic strength over there. Caution today ahead of the US holidays. We've had no more news on coronavirus, have we, in terms of worries or concerns?
China, People's Bank of China, they've cut or they've provided funding to the commercial lenders and cut interest rates over. I think it was over the weekend, 10 basis points down to 3.15. So basically, trying to bolster the market still. And then they've also said that the cases in China fell on Sunday. They're saying it's due to their intense efforts to stop it spreading.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. They think
Well
it's
done.
starting to show results. International experts on the counter side remain extremely cautious. So, and we believe the Chinese, I think, is basically what everybody's wondering now, isn't it?
Why not? I can't believe anyone, can we? Can I just share a copper chart, actually, just quickly, just talking about the China and all that? Just spotted this a few weeks ago. We had this obviously really aggressive sell-off. This is all on the back of the coronavirus and drop in demand on copper. China, that one of the biggest consumers of copper. And then we had this possible AB equals CD correction higher. So this was highlighted. We highlighted this back 10th of Feb. And this looks like it's continuing higher, up towards 50% retracement of the complete sell-off. So do fancy copper higher if this all this Chinese stimulus comes through.
It's definitely a good risk on play, isn't it, copper?
Yeah. I mean, it's had a really aggressive sell-off since middle of Jan. So yeah, overall, it's in a bit of a downtrend on the long-term chart as well. That's a bearish outside candle, very aggressive, but it seems to have bounced off support quite nicely around 248, going back to here and here.
Yeah,
had some decent support levels here. Could we get a reaction higher?
lovely.
Possibly.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so expecting a quiet one today, I think, with the US holidays. No data due out. I think there's some Aussie data out overnight, but up until then, I think it's going to be a little bit quiet.
RBA minutes overnight. ECB's Lane speaking later.
Lois Lane?
Lois Lane. And then we've got UK employment figure tomorrow. I think that could rock the boat a bit. I think that sterling's going to take a bit of a nosedive again this week. So tomorrow could be the catalyst.
Indeed, we shall see. So let's wrap it up there, guys. Have a good day, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.